Hi everyone and welcome to TWF NXT. I am Gene Okerlund here with Elsa and with Taz. And today on NXT we're going to finally see if we saw the Pennsylvania Irk winnings. That was Dolph Ziggler. Now we're going to see the Allegheny Earldom winner, Robert Roode here. Well, it's been some time, Robert Roode says, since I've actually wrestled here in the TWF. So, whoever wants to face me, I am putting my winnings out on the line here for everyone to see it. Well, we do want to say, right now we got to get his winnings out for him. There you go. We do want to get his winnings out for him, Gene Okerlund says. And there it is. Well, I'll tell you right now, it also says Robert Roode has mostly been around, has mostly been around with Dolph Ziggler, who, mostly been around Dolph Ziggler, one of his good friends. Aries brought those two together, Elsa says. Yes, that was true, Taz said. It was Aries who brought Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler together, oversaw them for a while, and then they figured they really didn't need them, and that was the end of that, Taz says. But I'll tell you one thing right now, Gene Okerlund says, Robert Roode is daring anyone to take him up on it. So, if anyone wants to take me up on my dare, then by all means come out here and take me up on it. It's Gizmo, who can stand up in the ring, Taz says. I want to take you up on your dare for the TWF Allegheny Earldom winnings. So you do, huh? Well, let's just say, Gizmo, you gotta be this big before you can ride any of the rides. This isn't no fun fair, and there ain't no rides to be riding. But you get my point. You know what I'm talking about. You are small. And even if someone went out and digged a big one of you, that would take a lot of time. So, and I know a long time ago they used to call you the Big Giz. Yeah, 1993 while up and that's her 96 while, yeah, sure. I know you probably used to probably team up with the little thumb wrestler Hulk Hogan too. He's in, you probably remember him, don't you? Yeah, well, I do remember 1993 up to 1996. Well, yeah, those were our early days. Back when we had to film everything on a film disc, on a film. We had to film everything. You couldn't see nothing. Then you had to do your mind see. Yeah, I was gone by the time the Tyco shooter came along. Gone before the Sony one came along, and JVC one. I was gone by the time you started doing the shit on YouTube. You know what? I heard it all my time. You know what Gizmo says? You want to be a jerk? You want to make fun of me and say I'm too small or I'm too little? Well, keep in mind, sometimes I know I'm small. I know I'm little. But I'm going to beat you, and that is the end of that. Oh! So I guess it's on then. Ding. I guess it's truly on then. Oh, Gizmo just hit him with the TWF Allegheny Earldom winnings. And down he goes. He just hit him with that, Gene Okerlund said. The TWF Allegheny Earldom winnings. Oh, and he hit him again, Gene Okerlund said. He can't do that. That's not right for him to do that, Taz says. That's not following the oversight. Gizmo can't do it to Robert Roode. Yeah, and it wasn't right, says Taz. And it wasn't right for Robert Roode to make fun of Gizmo being little and small, Elsa said. No, was it? Yeah, sure. You know what? Fuck this. I am not wrestling you now, Gizmo. You did this shit to me. This is the shame I get from you. The look I'm gonna get from you. F it. Yeah. Yeah, fuck you. This fight's not happening. Well, here comes Diva Talks now. Robert Roode, this fight is gonna happen. I know Gizmo was a jerk. I know you were a jerk. And you said some shit about Gizmo being little and small and whatever. Okay, you're going to wrestle him. You're going to fight him. Or I can just take the TWF Allegheny Earldom winnings right off of you. Because we all know Allegheny Earldom would do a lot more good with someone else as a winner, not you. Yeah, you're not doing that. And I'm going to be here to make sure you don't walk out. Oh, Taz says, so Diva Talks is going to do this shit to Robert Roode, and it's going to do this shit to Robert Roode here. This is just sad. Because Robert Roode might have a yesteryear of running, Gene Okerlund says. You know, skipping out. Here we go. Yeah, Gene Okerlund said he might have a year of running away, skipping out, Gene Okerlund says. Well, Elsa says, I like what Diva Talks did. I like how she put that fight together and made sure Robert Roode wouldn't walk out on us. I still think it's sad, Taz says, I truly do. Well, this is for the TWF. It's sad that Robert Roode has to fight Gizmo. And this is for the TWF Allegheny Earldom winnings. First, he is Robert Roode. And he is Gizmo. Ding, oh! And Gizmo did a drop kick and a body slam and another body slam. And now Gizmo did a suplex. Gizmo, a former TWF light heavyweight winner. Gizmo was in the TWF the first time, a long time ago, Gene Okerlund said. 1993, while up until 96, while of course, as the Big Giz. Well, I'll tell you right now, Taz says, I don't care how long Gizmo's been around. He ain't the Big Giz. Small. So why they call him that? Because during his first time, Elsa says, he was a big one. So they call him the Big Giz. Elsa says, it's like one time they had a small Hasbro Shawn Michaels. They called that Shawn Mikos, and then they had the first for a small Diesel, and they called him Little Blue. Yeah, ranks right up there, Elsa says. Well, you know, Taz says that is just as bad as, you know, having a small Hasbro Hulk Hogan. It's like a small thumb wrestler and calling him Thumb Wrestler Hulk Hogan. Oh! Robert Roode just hit him with the winnings. And the Fight Lord saw it and is going to throw the fight out. No, you're not doing that, Robert Roode. Ashley Williams says. Because as right now, the fight's going to go on. And you're not going to be hitting anyone with your winnings. Well, now the fight's going on again. Robert Roode, I guess, thought he could. Now he's going to do it again because now it's lawful, Gene Okerlund said. Oh! He just hit Gizmo with his TWF Allegheny Earldom winnings. Now he wants to do the wonderful DDT. Oh! He thinks he's going to have this win here against Gizmo. But Gizmo's picking him up now, Gene Okerlund said. That's right, Gizmo's picking him up now. Elsa says, what's he going to do with him? Well, Gene Okerlund said, he body slams him. Well, I'll tell you right now, Taz says, I don't think it's right. Gizmo trying to come in. Oh! Robert Roode got out of the way. Glorious DDT on Gizmo, or the heavenly DDT, or the wonderful DDT. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, and still TWF Allegheny Earldom winner, Robert Roode. And Robert Roode has the TWF Allegheny Earldom winnings. He beat Gizmo here on NXT. Oh, I like that, Taz says. I thought that was good. You know, seeing that happen to Gizmo, that made my day, Taz says. Seeing how what Robert Roode did to him, that was truly good. That was really, truly sad, Elsa says. We can get out of this way so we can see us talk. That was truly sad, Elsa says, that you saw, that you think what Robert Roode did to Gizmo was right. Truly sad. Yes, it was, Gene Okerlund says. I can't believe, Taz, you actually would like something like that. You actually thought it was right that they did something like that. Well, I understand now that we're going to understand that one of my friends I've known since 1993 YL and one Jim Ross, or good old JR Jim Ross. He is now talking with Gizmo. Well, he's now going to be talking with Robert Roode. Well, Robert Roode, you basically shamed the TWF Allegheny Earldom. You shamed Allegheny Earldom, and now you just shamed the TWF Allegheny Earldom winnings. How could I shame Allegheny Earldom? I'm their winner. The only one that could shame them would be the folk leader of Allegheny, would be the Earl leader of Allegheny Earldom. Or maybe that's the only one that could have done it. Not me. I'm not the one shaming Allegheny Earldom at all. And I didn't shame the Allegheny Earldom winnings. Gizmo, you're too little. You're too small. And you know what? You put all your heart, you put all your strength, and at the end of the day, I still beat you. Well, Robert Roode, your behavior is basically shameful. And to be a winner of Allegheny Earldom is sad. You know what? Allegheny Earldom's had a lot of winners, haven't they? Since the Allegheny Earldom winnings has come along. But none of them has been heavenly or wonderful like me. Well, Gizmo. Well, where is he at? Robert Roode just walked off when you showed up, Gizmo. Well, Jim Ross, tell Robert Roode if I see him, I'm going to have another fight with him. It's going to happen. Sooner or later, I'm going to have another fight with him, and at the end of the day, I'll get that winnings. Well, that's not up to me, Gizmo. That's actually up to Diva Talks and Ashley Williams. Well, that was my talk with Robert Roode and Gizmo. Back to you, Mean Gene Okerlund, or Gene Okerlund. Well, thank you, Jim Ross. And apparently, we'll have to see if Robert Roode will fight Gizmo again. Well, I sure hope so. We'll have to see if Robert Roode's going to fight Gizmo again, Gene Okerlund said. Oh, I hope so, Elsa says. I truly hope we see Gizmo and Robert Roode fight again. Well, Taz says, and I sure hope we don't. You know, I sure hope we don't see him fight again. But if they do, Taz says. But Robert Roode's just going to beat him again. Well, it looks like it is all the time we have here for TWF NXT. I am Gene Okerlund for Elsa and Taz. I hope you like NXT, and we'll see you tomorrow for Dynamite.